Ravens versus the Atlanta Falcons for the final game of Monday Night Football in the 2025 NFL season. We are 1 week away from the playoffs, and I can tell you right now, next week is going to be a banger of a week. It is 100% going to be a banger of a week. But let's talk about week 17 before we even go into week 18. There is a lot of things that are coming up. I mean, you had the Panthers lose to the Seahawks. You had the Buccaneers lose to the Dolphins. That now they will face each other in week 18 for the Wardens of the South. You had the Baltimore Ravens go in to Lambeau Field, run all over the Green Bay Packers and win. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, all they had to do was beat, we are the Cleveland Browns. That's it. That's all they had to do was beat the Cleveland Browns. And they go in to Cleveland and lose to Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. So now we are set up for an AFC North Division matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. All because of what happened. All because of what happened. Shout out to Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy. Absolutely. Brock Purdy played great last night. Yeah, he did have a pick six, but it was at the beginning of the game. But I have a question to all you 49ers fans. Where was your defense last night? Good morning, C-Right. Where was the 49ers defense? Where was the 49ers defense? What's up, Jasmine? Where was it? I didn't see it. The 49ers moved up and down the field. The Bears moved up and down the field. It was it was one of those games. It was one of those games. What's up, Hunter? It was one of those games. And then you had the Lions. The Lions, their playoff chances on the line. And they lose. They lose to the Minnesota Vikings. I thought Old Man Rivers was going to beat the Jags for a second. I tell you what, man. Old Man Rivers was doing everything he could to win that game. Everything he could. And absolutely, the Broncos are the AFC West Championship. What's up, Ian? But man, were there some great games. Some really, really great games. The Texans and the Chargers. What a game. What a game. What a game. It's good to see you too, Ian. I including screaming at the refs. I bet, Bryce. What a game between the Texans and the Chargers. The Texans come out on all cylinders. Two, not one, but two deep pass touchdowns to open up the game, and then they only scored 6 points. What's up, Matthew? What's up, City Boy? And what a game that was. Now, again, I worry about Drake May. I do. I worry about Drake May. What did I think about the Broncos-Chiefs game? We won. That's all that matters. We controlled that game. We proved that the Broncos can control the game. If it wasn't for a fantastic interception, if it wasn't for a kick return, which we've had problems with our special teams all year, they don't get those 2 touchdowns. But the Broncos controlled that game. I watched the Bears and 49ers last night, man. You put Herbert on any of them teams. I know, right? Herbert, man, I don't even know if Herbert's going to be playing in week 17 because he was beat up. He was beat up in that game. He absolutely was. Well, why are you worried about May? I'm not worried about May. I like Drake May. I do. I think he's a good quarterback. Now, is he an MVP? Absolutely not. I'm sorry, he's not. Drake May is not. It is Matthew Stafford. In my opinion, it's Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford should be the hands-down leader for the MVP. Again, that's just my opinion. Josh Allen is never going to be like Mahomes. He doesn't have to be like Mahomes, Xavier. He doesn't. That's the deal. And I'm tired of the comparison. I'm tired of always hearing, oh, well, this is the year for Josh Allen. Not because Josh Allen is good. No. They don't say that. They don't go, oh, this is the year for Josh Allen because he's good. No. They say this is the year for Josh Allen because Patrick Mahomes isn't in the playoffs. Because Joe Burrow isn't in the playoffs. And because Lamar Jackson might not be. No, Bryce, I can't hear you, brother.
Hello.
Oh, now I can hear you.
Oh, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
It's snowing here right now.
Rub it in. We just get the cold weather.
Well, I'm in Texas too.
Oh, you must be in the Panhandle.
Yeah, I'm in West Texas.
I'm in East. Division games can go either way, no matter what the records are. Exactly. It was a division game on Christmas between the Broncos and the Chiefs. Everybody wants to forget about that. Everybody wants to forget about that. That it was a division game. And again, it's not like their quarterback coming in didn't know the offense, didn't know anything. And so, he'd been on that team for a while. And it was a good game. The Broncos controlled that game. That's what they went in there to do. They went in to control that game. And they did. And they did. Bills should have played. I agree, Lobo, 100%. The Bills should have kicked the extra point. I know the last one got blocked. But what are the likelihood of 2 field goals or 2 extra points getting blocked back to back? I believe that falls on Sean McDermott. And this is the problem I have with Sean McDermott. This is the problem I've had with Sean McDermott. And, everybody's like, oh, is McDermott going to get fired? No. Now, if they're one and done in the playoffs, we can put that back on the table. But if they go in, make it to the division round, possibly the championship round, no, McDermott's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. And so they should have went for the extra point. I get trying to win the game. I get it. But it was a horrible idea. You couldn't do anything that entire game. The weather was bad. The weather was getting worse at the end, right? Because it's Cooper, Xavier. It's because everybody in the NFL is tired of hearing about, the Chiefs. The Chiefs this, Mahomes that, the Chiefs this, Reed that. Everybody's tired about it, right? Everybody's tired of hearing, well, if the Chiefs made it to the playoffs, well, guess what? They're not in the playoffs. They're tired of hearing commentators always comparing their quarterbacks to Patrick Mahomes. Always comparing their team to the Kansas City Chiefs. Always doing what the Chiefs did. And the Chiefs gets praised for it, but the other teams don't. Well, they didn't miss an extra point. It got blocked. Chiefs season is over, and everybody's sports still talks about them. They do, Jordan. You're absolutely right. They do. It's over, but they still talk about them. It's over, but they still talk about them. Chicago's got some problems if they want to make it to the Super Bowl. They do. Right now, I do believe their chances of winning the number 1 overall seed is done. Unless I think I think all 3 teams. Yes, the only way they win the number 1 seed in the NFC is if they can't, because it would go to the 49ers. If the 49ers beat the Seahawks, it goes to the 49ers. If the Seahawks beat the 49ers, it goes to the Seahawks. If there's a tie and the Rams win, it goes to the Rams. Yes, JK, that's always been the plan, Seabass, is that J.K. Dobbins would be back if we make it to the playoffs. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I really like your collection of Broncos. Thank you. I've got a whole room full of it. The Lions losing to the Vikings, and the Vikings only had 50 passing yards. ARMCHAIR Bumble. What's up, Earn Dog? Yeah, man, this is the problem I've had with Jared Goff his entire career. You don't know what Jared Goff you're going to get. Oh, wait, there it is. That's why, no. I can't hear anybody who's talking to me for some reason.
Hello.
There we go. Now I can.
Yeah. The problem I have with Jared Goff is that he was throwing turnovers like he was eating Terry turnovers on Sunday.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. That is the problem we've had with Jared Goff his entire career. Right? That is the problem. You don't know what Jared Goff you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get the Jared Goff that is going to come out and light the defense up, or are you going to get the Jared Goff that throws 3 interceptions, has 2 fumbles, and absolutely loses the game for you. That is the problem you have with the Detroit Lions. Now, there's nothing you can do about it because you can't trade Jared Goff. You can't cut Jared Goff because you decided to give him a very big contract. So there's nothing you can do about it. Not a thing. And so when you look at it, you're kind of stuck. Unless you draft a quarterback in the late rounds, second or third round, come in, learn a little bit, and then put him in over Jared Goff. That's about it. So that is a problem in Detroit. And that game absolutely shocked me on Christmas. I was watching that game. And watching the Lions offense absolutely lay an egg was something that really surprised me. It really did.
They had no run game either.
They did. It's like they abandoned the run game really quick.
Yeah.
So, and then
they had no in-game adjustment on offense.
Not at all. Not at all. That game, man.
The Jaguars game yesterday?
Oh, I sure did. I 100% did, Bryce, and the entire time. The entire time I'm watching this game with the Jaguars and the Colts, I looked at my wife and I said, if the Jaguars lose this game, Bryce is never going to hear the end of it. I did. Because she knows you, Bryce. And I told her, I was like, for all the crap he said about the Jaguars beating the Broncos and this and that, I was like, if they lose to Old Man Rivers, oh, it was going to be so bad.
I thought Mythos was done.
Okay, so the deal with Rivers, that's a good thing. I'm hearing that Rivers is not going to play the last game of the season.
They need to let Riley Leonard play.
That's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to let. Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal. And I saw this interesting stat. The Colts were 7-1. 7-1.
Before the Sauce Gardner trade.
Well, happy birthday, Caitlin. I hope you have a great day. So they were 7-1, traded for Sauce Gardner, and are 1-7 after that trade.
You know what else is crazy? They should have played Riley Leonard yesterday. I don't know why they didn't play him yesterday because they were already out of the playoffs.
Why they did or did not?
Why they did not play him yesterday? They're already out of the playoffs.
They did play Sauce Gardner yesterday.
No, you're talking about Riley Leonard.
Oh, Riley Leonard. I don't know if they had something to do with the deal that they gave Phillip Rivers. It could be that. I don't know. Yeah, I thought they should have let Riley Leonard play. He probably could have pushed the ball down the field a lot better than Rivers. Because, again, Rivers is 44 years old. He's a grandpa. He came back in, and you could tell he really could not push that ball.
No. So for the Hail Mary, they said, okay, Riley, you're in.
Right, and he didn't have time to set it up. So you could tell that he really could not push the ball. And that's understandable. Being again, I'm 40, he's 44. He's had injuries, I've had injuries. You're not going to get me out there on the field and throw a 50-yard bomb. It's just not going to work. Right, I don't have the arm and shoulder strength.
Can we go back to the Detroit thing for a second? Do you think the kamikaze style of coaching that Dan Campbell doing is costing them games?
What about Dan Campbell?
The way he's going forward on all these fourth downs and all that.
I have nothing wrong. I don't have any problems with it. I love Dan Campbell, and I love the way Dan Campbell coaches. Now, does he go for too many fourth downs? In certain situations, yes, he does. He does. He goes for too many fourth downs in certain situations. I'll agree with you on that one. But I love Dan Campbell because he's a player's coach, and he's not afraid to break the norm in the NFL. So I have no problem with that. What's up, just your ordinary kid, too? I have no problem with it.
First thing, I was going to do the same thing to you if KC beat you.
Well, you know me, Bryce. I would not have come on here and roasted you if you guys would have lost.
No, I wasn't going to roast you. I was just going to say your defense is worrying me.
My defense is worrying me. Why didn't the Bills kick the field goal to tie it? The reason why they didn't, the reason why they did not was because the last field goal got blocked. That is the only reason why. And again, he was open, but Allen threw it too far out in front.
No, they should have kicked. No, they should have kicked that field goal.
I know they should have kicked the field goal. I'm not going to disagree with anybody on that. I'm sitting here.
15 yards of offense in the second half.
You want to know why they didn't kick it? And it's very obvious. It's because they had a blocked field goal right before it.
Yeah, they had a blocked extra point. But here's the deal. What is the likelihood, though? What is the likelihood of 2 extra points getting blocked back to back?
Slim.
Probably not even 1%.
So you know this, and you're looking at it, and if they go, well, the analytics told me to go for 2, well, then that's the time you take that analytic tablet and you break the damn thing in half. I'm tired of that being coaches' excuses. If you've noticed that, that's when the play doesn't go right, or when something goes wrong with a decision they make, they always fall back on, well, analytics told me. You're the freaking head coach. Analytics is not the head coach. You are. You make the decisions.
Analytics is making the NFL league.
I cannot stand analytics at all. I really can't. I understand the percentages and the numbers and this and that, but numbers and percentages do not work on an NFL field. The NFL is not played by dots and decimals and percentages and zeros. It's played with grown-ass men.
Yeah, and
Hey, Caleb Williams played great last night. He really did going into San Francisco. He did everything he could to win that game, and it came down to a final play. I love their clock management at the end of the game. I love their play calling. That hook and ladder was absolutely beautiful on that final drive. It's just he couldn't get that ball in there because of the pressure. Hi, mamas. But it was a great game. It was a great game. After that first pick six, right? After the first pick six, Brock Purdy played fantastic. Now think about this. Think about this. If the 49ers beat the Seattle Seahawks, before we even talk about D and Hunter, if the Seattle Seahawks lose to the 49ers, the 49ers will have the number 1 position or the number 1 seed in the NFL, right? The NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl could be both played in Santa Clara at Levi Stadium. Think about that.
I gotta say something. I gotta say something, Armchair. I gotta say something while Demetrius is in here. I gotta say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Demetrius, I'm glad you're here because I just want to apologize to Brock Purdy because earlier this year I said Brock Purdy will never be the reason that we win, but he will be the reason that we lose. In the past 2 weeks, he has been fucking electric. And I just want to apologize for saying that Brock Purdy will never win us a game because last night we had $150 million in the booth on the sideline. And Brock Purdy took that team, put his nuts on the table, and carried their bum asses to a win.
Tampa Bay did it, though, with Tom Brady. Guys, I'm answering two panels here. I've got YouTube and this up.
before you go, I said after that Rams and Seahawks game, that road to the Super Bowl in the NFC was going through Santa Clara.
I wasn't a believer when you said that, but I'm gonna tell you one thing that was put to rest last night. Can we put this to rest? Real fans of football, that Brock Purdy is a system quarterback. Can we put that to rest?
Oh no, Brock Purdy,
No, Seabass. I think. I'm sorry, D, for talking over you. I'm answering a question in the chat. If I am Harbaugh, knowing that what Herbert just went through with that Texans defense, knowing that you're on your 4th left tackle, you're on your 3rd right tackle, you're on your 3rd guard, you have a tackle that hasn't played the left tackle position in 4 years, and Herbert just got beat up against the Texans in a game that mattered. Now you're going into Mile High, and you're playing up against the 2nd or 3rd best pass rushing defense. Do I really want to risk Herbert getting hurt in this game and it not matter going into the playoffs because I won't have Herbert, so the seeding won't matter if I don't have Herbert?
Well, here's the other thing, too, and to answer that question as well, is I was waiting to see the times in which the games were going to be played this up and coming week. And just so it happened
Jacksonville is playing the first morning game slate.
Right.
So what it's going to come down to, because Denver's paying attention to who is going to fight for that number 1 seed between us, New England, and Jacksonville.
Correct.
If Jacksonville ends up losing it, then they're not going to worry about that. Then if New England ends up winning, they lock it in. I mean, regardless, I see Denver playing at least a quarter and a half, if not a full half, and then sit everybody.
No, we're talking about the Chargers. We're talking about the Chargers, not the Broncos.
We'll probably do the same exact thing. We'll probably do the same exact thing because it's going to depend on, because right now we're the 6th seed and we'll be potentially facing Jacksonville in the first round. So,
Okay, Dean, you ready for my Super Bowl prediction?
Go for it.
It's going to be the Jaguars and 49ers.
Okay, so let's talk about let's talk about the seeding real quick. All right, so the Broncos and the Patriots both play in the late afternoon game.
correct.
Let's hear, the Jaguars play the Titans. Who do the Patriots play? The Dolphins, right? Now,
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping on the Dolphins. Please do not. Look what they have done ever since Quinn Ewers has come in. Quinn Ewers has been playing really good. Right? And you got to remember, this Dolphins defense beat the Bills earlier this year 30-13. So don't sleep on the Dolphins. Don't think this could be an easy win for the Patriots. Please don't. Because if the Patriots go into this game thinking, oh, it's the Dolphins, we've owned them, they could lose this game. Now, they play the same time the Broncos play. The Chargers right now have the 6th seed. And the Chargers could either end up being the 5th seed or the 7th seed. Because all 3 teams in the wild card round are 11-5.
Correct. And I'll just sum this up for you as well before going on. So right now,
If the Chargers
no one has the
have
number
a
1 seed
playoff
at this point. Well, what it stands is the Texans are the 5 seed. They would be potentially playing Pittsburgh.
Right.
Chargers are the 6 seed. They'd be potentially playing the Jags.
Correct.
Against the 3 seed. And then the Bills would be potentially playing either Denver or New England 7 against 2.
Correct.
So that's where it goes so far.
I have a question for you. So why is does Chargers have the tiebreak over Buffalo?
Yes.
Yes.
Because of AFC conference record.
Correct.
Buffalo has lost too many conference games.
Yeah, because I think of the Chargers losses on conference. Because I think they lost to the
Yeah, we
Giants.
lost. So we're 8-3 right now in conference, and Houston is 9-2.
So here's the deal. Why we're talking about it, though, and what brings it up on this app and the other app I'm streaming on is, do you want to risk Herbert? That is the question. Knowing that you're going to have to play week 1 of the playoffs, right? You cannot win the division. The Broncos won the division. So you are not going to have a home playoff game. You have no chance of being the number 1 seed. So knowing you've got to play the 2nd to 3rd best defense in the NFL, and then the following week, you're going to have to go on the road to either Pittsburgh or Baltimore, or you're going to have to go on the road to Jacksonville, New England, or Denver, right? Those 3 scenarios. Do you risk hurting Herbert more the week before you go into the playoffs? Do you risk hurting Omari and Hampton the week before?
Can I say something to that?
Absolutely.
Herbert shouldn't be playing right now.
I've been saying it.
I'm going to be honest with you. He's not helping the team win. They're putting him out there for show. They think that he's here, and all they're doing, they potentially are hurting this kid's chances of being great later in his years, because we all know how these aches and pains can come back to creep up on you as your age kicks in. Right?
Absolutely.
At this point, Herbert is doing a disservice to the team and himself. He's not getting out of the way. He's overthinking the hand injury, which he should, because he's broken. He shouldn't be out there playing. He should have took these last couple of weeks, because quite honestly, they don't look like the one game that they got by, which was against Philly. But after that Philly game has the Los Angeles Chargers look like you're going to be scared of them with Herbert playing that way? I'm being honest. Like that's my assessment. That's all I can.
No, I agree 100%
I
with
understand
you.
where you're coming from, but here's my rebuttal to this: is because ultimately we're in a situation that right now, who do we have a better chance matching up against? And that's what it's going to come across. Because to me, if you look at New England, you're dealing with, arguably, I would say this, a rookie quarterback, in my opinion. Even though he's in his second year, he's still a rookie quarterback.
Right.
You're dealing with that. And New England, they've vastly turned around the whole roster. But is that roster right now, with as young as it is, with their veterans, are they capable right now for the amount of years they've been out of the playoffs, ready to play playoff football?
Well, you can actually say the same thing about both teams, though.
Well, we have, obviously we made it to the playoffs last year, and it didn't look good because we did not have the amount of talent on our roster, which I totally understood. Whether we won or lost, we changed the culture. That was the idea for year one. Year two was address weapons, because Herbert needed firepower in order for him to play those third down conversions, move the ball down.
Yep, and that's why you got Keenan Allen.
Exactly. And now the question now becomes, because we have now gotten back into relevancy in this regard, so do we now have that opportunity to move forward in order for us to get over the hump and finally win a playoff game is what is the question. Because to be honest with you, Armchair, this is what I said. Denver, congrats, you won the division. I'm not going to take that away from you. But that wasn't truthfully in our cards. I mean, it would have been nice to have it. But what was in the cards was get back in the playoffs and win a playoff game.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So, say you rest your starters, right? And you lose to the Broncos, that most likely is going to drop you to the 7th seed, which would put the Patriots at the 2 seed. So knowing this, that means the final week or the first week of the playoffs, you're going into New England. Hopefully with a rested Herbert, that left arm is healed up better, with a healed up Omarion Hampton, Keenan Allen, and things like that. And hopefully you can get some players back who's been dinged up. Is that a matchup that you're okay with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be okay with that because Salyer will be back at 100%. So I see us sitting him for him to be prepared for playoff, because at this point, he's our only competent left tackle that we have right now.
Right.
So I'm okay with that.
Okay.
The other thing, yeah.
I like that because, okay, so if that were to happen, right, if the Chargers dropped to 7, the Broncos would win, they would secure the number 1. The Patriots most likely are going to be number 2. The Jaguars are going to be number 3. Who the hell knows who's going to be number 4 right now between the Steelers and the Ravens? I mean, if Harbaugh runs King Henry the way he ran against the Packers, I don't think the Steelers can stop them. So
the Steelers are Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh,
absolutely, D. Absolutely. Let's see here. Go Raiders, y'all are frauds, just tank, baby. Yeah, I know they want the number 1 overall pick. So if that were to happen, it would be the Chargers at the Patriots, the Bills at the Jaguars, and the Texans at either Pittsburgh or Baltimore. And I can tell you this right now. If the Texans go into Pittsburgh, they're winning. I'm just saying it right now. If Pittsburgh wins this game against Baltimore and they play the Texans the first round, they're one and done.
I can. I mean, Texans offense don't look that great to me.
Right, but you're going. I get it, but Moody is running good.
Yeah.
And we don't know when the Steelers are going to get TJ Watt back. Right? This is an injury that's hard to say when he's coming back.
Can I say something?
Absolutely, Gleeman.
These last couple weeks without TJ, this is the best football we played all season.
Okay. On the defense side.
On the defense side, no doubt. Offensive side, this season, if we don't make the playoffs, I hate to blame it on one player, but we don't make plays. This song DK Metcalf.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah, because he's not playing this week coming up either. And so
Love to win this because it was his responsibility to stay on the field.
That takes away on 1 and 2 receiver.
I was watching that.
And Washington broke his arm.
yeah, Washington's out with a broken arm.
Fuck it. Sign Alan Lazard. Fuck it.
Well, let me ask you this, because I made a point of this before the season started. Because you made a response that without TJ Watt, this has been the best football Pittsburgh's played, correct?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
My point is no, 100%. This is where I'm going. So I made a point before the season started that if that was the case, why didn't Pittsburgh make a trade to get draft picks and capital and fix up the offense?
I agree. And
Yeah, Gleeman, run with this one since you're the Steeler fan.
we got. I agree 100% because we got depth at that position. Jack Sawyer is going to be a fucking dog.
Yep.
Nick Herbig's a fucking dog.
Yeah, the North is looking bad. Like I said, I'm answering another panel as well. The North is looking bad.
I don't know who put the
No, I would have been okay with trading Watt, either getting high draft picks or even trading him to Dallas for fucking Parsons would have been fine.
No, I wouldn't have done that because you're trading a player for a player that are kind of the same skill set. I get what Jake is saying, right? The Steelers this year, and Gleeman, I'm sorry to say it again, my dad is a diehard Steeler fan. But the Steelers this year tried to sell out to win a Super Bowl for Aaron Rodgers. They did something the Steelers never do. And so now you're without DK Metcalf until the playoffs, if you make the playoffs. Now Washington is hurt, who's been a tremendous target for Aaron Rodgers across the middle. His security blanket, he's out. Your run game is,
Our best fucking receivers are running back.
Exactly. And who was I watching? Who was it that their quarterback was their star running back? I think it was the Packers. It was the Packers, right? Against the Ravens.
I think so. Yeah.
The Packers could not run to save their lives. The Packers could not get that run game going against the Baltimore Ravens, and your backup quarterback led your team in rushing yards. Your backup quarterback led your team in rushing yards.
I got one more question.
I didn't watch that game on Saturday night because I couldn't put it in multi-view.
So,
I didn't watch it either, but that's because I went and seen Janet Jackson live.
oh, that's awesome.
You didn't.
Hold on, somebody wants to ask me a question.
We have a problem. Armchair, put yourself in my shoes. You're a Steelers fan, right?
I'm a Broncos fan. My dad is a Steeler fan.
No, just put yourself in my shoes, okay? Who would you rather go against, Huntley or Lamar?
Lamar.
Right now,
I
Lamar.
agree. Yeah, Lamar 100%.
Lamar, 100%. Because I can tell you right now, Snoop Huntley freaking balled out this game. Yeah, he may have only had 107 yards passing, but he had 60 rushing yards. And you didn't need to do anything else because King Henry had over 200 yards rushing. But when you look at the Packers side of the ball, and this is where I worry about the cheeseheads and the Packers, Josh Jacobs had 4 carries.
No, I'm saying, why did he have 200 yards rushing? Because Huntley is a threat to run.
Exactly. And so, well, look at this though. When you look at the flip side, Josh Jacobs had 4 carries for 3 yards. Malik Willis had 9 carries for 60 yards.
And it's time to start questioning LaFleur play calling too.
What have I been saying?
I don't think there is a Packer fan out there that has not been questioning Matt LaFleur for the past 3 years.
Let's go back. We were in the middle of the season. Everybody was getting rid of Tomlin, right? I said, now, by the measure of what everybody is saying to get rid of Tomlin on, I said, then that would mean LaFleur needs to go now. I said, because LaFleur does what he does every year. He starts off hot, he starts to fizzle in the middle, and by the end, their team is not a threat.
Okay, I'm not rebuttaling your comment, right? I'm not doing that because I agree. But here's the problem I have, though. If we get rid of Matt LaFleur, who are we bringing in? Are we bringing in Clint Kubiak, an untested offensive coordinator? Are we bringing in Davis Webb, the Broncos QB coach? Are we bringing in Mike McCarthy? I doubt that. He won't go back. Are we bringing in Mike McDaniels if he gets let go?
Why it can't be somebody off the radar though?
Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you for that take. Who is off the radar right now?
Do you know who I would bring in, and you gonna spark at this?
Who?
I would go get
Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame.
I like that one, but go ahead, D.
Not at all. Marcus Freeman's not ready to coach football. He'd be a better position coach football or our coordinator. But I would go get Vic Fangio. That would be the guy I would bring in.
Nick Fangio, defensive coordinator.
If you're going to do that, why not just promote Jeff Hafford?
Well, because I don't like Hafford. I ain't never liked him.
Okay, so we're going to bring in a D coordinator as your head coach. So that means now you're going to have a defensive-minded head coach, which, okay, going into 2026, right? We're thinking of 2026. Your Parsons is going to be healthy. That defense is going to be better.
But if Miami is foolish enough to fire McDaniels, which they would be fools to do that right now. McDaniels has shown when he got those cancers out of that locker room, look at what Miami's been doing.
Now, I saw this on X, and I don't know how to feel about this. A lot of people are not only calling for the head coach to be gone for the Packers, but there is a group of people. It's not large yet, but I saw a lot of posts about this yesterday, that they feel they should trade Jordan Love and re-sign Malik Willis.
No.
They should.
Hey, all right.
No.
Hey, and Mac Jones runs the offense better than Brock Purdy.
I'm just saying, my brother, because I follow every NFL team's fan pages. I follow every single one of them. I follow their reporters. I follow, accounts that talk about them. And there is a lot of people out there saying that. Now, there's also another group who are saying that the Ravens should trade Lamar and keep Snoop Huntley.
This guy who goes live, he's a Packers fan. He works for a radio station in Los
It's getting all right, brother. Thank you very much for asking. I greatly appreciate that, D-Rock.
He has really strong opinions on Matt LaFleur. He's a good guy to talk to if you want to get information on the Packers.
I'm trying to get a hold of
Davis doesn't deserve a starting position.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get a hold of Grassi.
The backup QB for Green Bay Packers, you're telling me he deserves Malik Willis.
Oh no, hey, he definitely deserves a shot with another.
Absolutely, Malik Willis deserves a shot.
With another team, yes, but you getting rid of Jordan Love for him is a stretch. And again, it goes to the nonsense of Mac Jones runs the offense better than Brock.
I would like to see Malik Willis either in Atlanta, Arizona,
Minnesota.
I mean, I don't know if they're getting. I don't know if they're giving up on JJ just yet. So, but I would not mind seeing Malik Willis in Atlanta or Arizona. I know my wife would absolutely love to see him in Arizona.
Honestly, I could see a world in where Malik Willis would work good in Indy.
I could see that as well. That is a great point. I like that one. No, I absolutely would not even put that in the universe, because that is a horrible place for him to go. Absolutely not. I am not sending Malik Willis to the Jets.
Oh,
So
no.
I have a hot take.
Quarterback's gonna die.
What do we think the Panthers need to do to become considered an elite football team?
How about we just worry about them winning the South first?
Be consistent. See what the Panthers need to do is be consistent. They need to get an identity. They don't have that yet. They need to say, hey, we're going to be a running team. That's just going to depend on our run. They have no consistency because they don't have an identity.
Gio, Malik is not. Hold on, guys. I got to answer this chat question. Gio will not, or Malik will not be going to the Raiders. The Raiders right now have an 80% chance of, at the end of next week, holding the number 1 overall draft pick in 2026, which means they're going to go get Mendoza out of Indiana. So, you're not bringing in, okay, so I don't like that. I don't like that at all. If I'm the Raiders, if I am advising Baby Davis, if I'm up there with that bowl cut hair, goofy looking mother lover, I'm telling that dude, we are trading this pick.
Yep.
We're trading it.
For what, though? What are you trading it for?
I'm trading it for 2 number 1s. I'm trading it for 2 number 1s, a number 2, and a number 3.
What you might want to get in that deal is another defensive end because Max Crosby wants to leave.
No, Demetrius, I'm trading Max Crosby.
Well, you have to because he wants out now.
Oh, hey, bring him to Denver. Bring Crosby to Denver and put him on that line with Zach Allen.
You know why I say that? Because you can win 2 or 3 games without Max Crosby. So what's the point of keeping him?
I got that.
But hold on though. Before we get on, we need to trade Crosby. We need to build up our offensive line. We need to build up our defensive backfield.
They need to sell the damn team.
Jordan, do I think Crosby would go to Denver? Abso-freaking-lutely. Just to get back at the Raiders for what they've done to him.
They'll never trade him in the division.
They'll never do that. They'll never do that.
Okay, hold on though. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You're talking about a confident owner would never trade him into division. You're not talking about Baby Davis. You're talking about a competent owner who knows what the hell he's doing. Come on, we all can agree that Mark Davis is more worried about his young girlfriend and building a house that looks like Reliance Stadium than what absolutely happens inside of that stadium.
What?
Yeah, that's true.
How old is his girlfriend, by the way?
I don't really care. I don't care how old she is. I don't care who she is. He is one of 32. Right? We could say the same thing about the Jets owner.
Yeah.
But when you talk about trading players, hey P. Brady,
WNBA team and the hockey team winning Stanley Cups and WNBA championships.
when you're talking about owners, you've got to look at the owner, right? Does Mark Davis come off to you like a competent owner that will do the right thing? That would not trade a player in division. I mean, you trade away Jacoby Myers, one of your best wide receivers.
Yeah, but Jacoby wanted to go in the offseason.
And we know why, though. But we know why. Jacoby wanted to go the same reason why Crosby wants to go now.
To be honest, Mark Davis, whatever the frick his name is.
Yeah.
You being honest,
I am not trading Bo Nix.
WNBA, which he is now, and won championships as an owner as he is as
but
a
he's got
Las Vegas
championships
Lakers
in
owner.
the WNBA. His team in the WNBA is solid. It's solid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the guy's he's not an idiot by any means.
Right.
What he is, and I'm going to tell you, he's not an idiot by any means, but what he is this. Mark Davis is actually smart because he knows, and this is what he did. Watch the business in this. Watch this. I moved the Raiders to Las Vegas. Whether they're a good team or a bad team, I'm still winning because it's a tourist attraction. People are gonna come from all over just to vacation in Vegas.
Okay, but hold on, D, though. Hold on, D, my brother.
Las Vegas don't give a damn.
Hold on, my brother. Hold on. Hold on. D, hold up. When they moved the Raiders to Vegas, yeah, Vegas was a destination spot. But Vegas right now, their tourist numbers have dropped drastically.
Because
They
the
have.
Raiders are there now.
Vegas is absolutely, as a tourist attraction, dropped drastically.
It's not just that. It's the fact that the place has gotten expensive.
Well, that's why, right? It's dropped because they unionized, everything went through the roof. So you've got to take that equation out, because how many times has Reliance Stadium not been full? How many times has the away team had more fans than the home team?
Yep, all the time.
And Allegiant, and the funny thing is Allegiant
Yep,
has
so
been
far
able to
too.
get fans in the stands.
Oh, Legion, thank
Problem
you.
of it is, there's no relevancy as far as wins and a winning culture type that is going to help to support that. Because here's what's funny. With that mentality of being a tourist destination, because look who else is coming along. John Fisher, the owner of the A's. He's trying to come out here with that kind of expectation, but
He's terrible.
none of
He
those
is terrible.
owners have a competency mindset than Bill Foley, the owner of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Exactly, and that's the problem that the Raiders have. You go out and you sign Geno Smith to a 2-year, $40 million deal. But now we're talking about, we're going to go get a rookie quarterback. You still have a quarterback that you're going to owe $20 million. You go out and draft Ashton Genty high up in the draft, but you don't have an offensive line. You don't have a defense.
You went out and got Chip Kelly to be your OC. Which
Yeah.
Exactly. And so,
It's funny because Chip Kelly and Greg Roman are almost nearly the identical person.
Armchair, let me look. You guys were talking about Vegas, right? Look, I think Jake made a really great point. You got to look at it like this: anytime you move an historic franchise, no matter what we think of the Raiders, the Oakland brand of the Raiders is one of the most competent, the Raiders in the NFL as far as
Absolutely.
logo, what they
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
all the things. And so what I'm saying is, Jake made a good point that anytime you move a franchise to another destination and you have not a good product, one, nobody's winning, nobody's gonna come and watch that. It's almost you're there for this, just to enjoy an NFL game. You're not there to watch an NFL team be competitive and win games, and therefore it takes away the hardcore base of the Oakland Raiders, who don't travel. Obviously, right now they're not loving the product. So anytime you have that, and then you throw in the fact that it is a touristy type of city, you know what I mean? It's going to have people coming in from all over. It doesn't have this plant your flag in. This is our city. This is our team, and we will die on the hill defending it. And you can see that, and that's why you get this product. You get the fan base not loving it and not supporting the team like they have been, even though when they were bad in Oakland, they still showed up in the black hole. It's not the same feel. It's definitely something that needs to change, and the Oakland A's are going to find the same type of crap when they go there and they try to do the same thing. It doesn't have a strong fan base. If the product is bad, it will fail.
Exactly.
no, I agree 100%. I agree with that. I agree 100%, Denver Dog, with everything you just said, because I say the same thing about the Tennessee Titans, right? You're building this brand new stadium, this $2+ billion stadium, but the product on the field is bad, right? The Jets, the product on the field is bad. So if we go back to the Raiders, if you built this brand new stadium and you move your team there, you want your product to be good. But right now your product is bad. So we've got to make changes.
You got a bunch of overpriced tickets. You got a bunch of overpriced destinations, because when you go to Vegas, you have to plan. You're going to spend more money when you're in Vegas. Who's going to a Vegas destination Raiders game and spending life savings or just any savings in general, because how much it costs to stay in Vegas, play in Vegas, hang in Vegas? Come on, guys. What are we
Exactly.
talking about?
So that's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I'm talking about with these owners and the decisions they make. You have owners out there that are not putting good product on the field. That's what I'm trying to say is Do we think that if they go get Mendoza, #1 overall, that's going to change anything?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's going to up your jersey sales.
It'll up your jersey sales. It'll also up your ticket sales, but it's not going to continuously adjust the quality of the team.
Yeah. Until that changes, guys, you're going to see the same kind of like mundane type of fan base support. Because I got friends that are Raiders fans, and I'm telling you right now, we've been watching football together since we were kids, 30 years. And they'll tell you today, and these are diehard Raider fans, they hate Mark Davis and the direction the team is going.
Oh, no.
I agree 100%.
But as they should, and listen, let me say this. This is why they should hate what Mark Davis is doing. Just because of what I said earlier. He made a business decision. He didn't make a football decision.
Yeah.
That's
He made a
Clark
money
Hunt.
decision.
And so
Clark Hunt doing the same thing too.
I don't know. No.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm telling you.
Woody Johnson's doing the same thing in New York.
Here's the difference. Clark Hunt, after that move from going from Kansas City, Missouri,
Oh my gosh.
to Kansas City, Kansas, understand something. The taxpayers are not paying majority of the money because Kansas City, their governor, they already have saved bonds to pay for that. And Clark Hunt, he's contributed his money for that move.
But,
Oh, no, they did not. No, they did not. There's a guy on the red app that broke it completely down.
Yeah, Jack, you need to look more into it.
No. The state of Kansas is about to get the royal cheese shaft.
Yeah, they about to get ripped off. They don't make no money off the Chiefs moving over there.
Not a dime. Not a dime.
I don't know.
There is a guy on the red app that absolutely broke this whole thing down. Broke the whole move, everything. Where the money's coming from, where the money is going. The money in the revenue is not going to Kansas. It's not. It's going back into Lamar Hunt's wallet.
Yeah,
No, this is an absolute horrible move. And you're going to lose fans with this. Not only that, they're building a stadium that is smaller than Arrowhead.
Arrowhead, yep.
To raise the price of the tickets.
Yeah, so I literally read 3 different articles on this. Jake, you did. I read an article, the one that you read. I know that and I also read one that Armchair and D were talking about. So I don't know, the ins and outs yet because obviously I'm not a land developer. I don't know.
There were several.
Like that,
yeah, there were several different articles that were being written up on it.
Absolutely, Joshua.
I did read. The one that I did read was the one in which that they put together the money they saved for since the 70s, which is in bonds.
Okay, but I have a question. And this is the only question I have with that, right? What you said about the article about bonds.
Right.
This is now going to be the 4th professional team that the state of Missouri has lost.
Yep.
The 4th.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show either the state of Missouri is very incompetent on keeping revenue in their city.
No. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm in Missouri, Demetrius. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
I know where this is going.
When the Rams left, and you know why the Rams left?
I'm not just talking about the Rams. I'm talking about
No. But I'm saying this is one of the teams you're talking about, though.
Okay, go ahead.
Kroenke, go ahead.
No, what you were saying, Denver?
I was going to say, did Kroenke decide to move the Rams?
Kroenke was part of that.
Yeah.
But it was Jerry Jones.
It was Jerry Jones who stole the team from Missouri, and that's why Missouri sued the NFL for $1 billion and won.
Mm-hmm.
The city of St. Louis sued for $1 billion and won because they said we needed to have a state-of-the-art stadium, and we had all the plans written up. It was going to be.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
By the arch and everything.
So did Kroenke sell out the state?
No, the state of Missouri still has that money set aside for the brand new stadium they were going to build the St. Louis Rams. And here's the deal. Lamar, the Hunt family, right? The Hunt family is the 4th richest owner in the NFL. The 4th richest.
Yeah.
But yet, he's not going to pay out of his pocket $3 billion to build a brand new state-of-the-art stadium.
Hell no. smart as hell. He figured it out.
But again, this is where people have problems with this. These owners make multi-billions a year. Again, the NFL brings in on average 27 to 30 billion dollars a year.
Yes.
And that money gets spread around to the owners.
In Armchair, the thing is too is we look at this through a different lens. We are fans. We are the paying customer. You got to look at it from if you're an owner, they're making smart decisions for what their bottom dollar all the time. So no matter what we think, they're going to always invest and do the thing that's best for them.
Denver, do you know by 2031 the whole AFC West gonna be dome stadiums?
Yep.
Everybody about to go to Dome.
They are, because everybody wants to go to domes because you can host a Super Bowl, concerts, Final Four, WrestleMania, all that.
Like the Final Four, where the Final Four.
So much money.
But
So
here's
what I'm
what's
trying
going
to
to be
say
a
is-
scary part.
Hold on. Go ahead, Denver Dog.
No, I was just because we were talking about the stadiums, and I agree with all you guys. The thing about it is we're looking towards a new revolution of stadium. We're looking at the retractable roof, the ability to close it and keep it.
Have a good day.
So
You too, all videos.
Super Bowl.
The ones for the Las Vegas A's is crazy.
Okay, hold on though. Here's my problem. This has been my problem. It's going to continue to be my problem with retractable roofs and all these domes that aren't going to be retractable. You are taking what makes football out of the game.
That's where I was going there.
You are taking the elements that has always been the defining factor of football out of the game. You're no longer going to have the snow games. You're no longer going to have the ice bowls, the fog bowl, the mud bowl. What happened yesterday in Buffalo, you're no longer going to, well, Buffalo's not a dome, so you're going to have that. But in other areas, you're no longer going to have that. You're taking that out of the game.
And the way, though, the NFL is shaping, though, this is what they've been doing, whether it's domes, rules, protecting players, like, they're moving towards a new...
Absolutely, Primo.
That's just the way it goes.
Okay, but here you go. So the Broncos are getting a retractable roof, right? And they're like, oh, we're getting a retractable roof. We're going to set out the elements, blah, blah, blah. Do you actually think the Broncos owners are going to keep that roof open if a snowstorm's coming in that's going to drop 4 to 6 inches of snow? No!
It's all going to be open on the same day.
Armchair, hold on a second, guys. Nor should you. And we got to look at it like this. I want to take you back to a couple years ago, where a game that was played in Kansas City, and it was below. It was so below what we were talking about. But there was a lot of fans. There was a couple of people that
was a
lost their
playoff
fingers
game.
playoff
Against
game.
the Dolphins.
Yeah, it was the Dolphins and the Chiefs.
It was below 30.
Frostbite and all that. We have to, like, the one thing I understand, oh, football's been great, it's a guy sport. I get all that. But when you start talking about stuff like that, that's when we got to say fans do deserve not to have to die to want to watch their team play.
Okay, I agree. But you can make... But you're talking about Arrowhead, a very old stadium that has not been upgraded in a very long time.
Okay.
There are stadiums that have heaters around the seats. The new Buffalo Bills Stadium, right? The new Bills Stadium, it's open. Well, it's kind of open. They have snow removers in the seats now. They have heaters built in the seats now. So that takes that all out.
And if you look at it,
shit's still cold.
It is going to be it's open, but it's going to be a quarter dome. It's going to be covered almost half. Almost half of the stadium is covered.
Yeah, 40% of the crowd is covered.
Yes. So when you look at that, even they are moving. I mean, the snow is still going to be a factor, but again, no fan should have to die to watch their team play.
But Demetrius, I don't know what I didn't understand about that game. Why they couldn't just move that game to a different day?
NFL money, all the things that they go.
Yeah, it's kind of the problem you had last year with the Rams and the Vikings when they had to move the game to Arizona.
Go into it.
All of it.
You have to get permission, right? They had to move a playoff game from LA.
Yeah, but you got to understand, like, sometimes broadcasting things are
And,
important for fans.
and
So-
you just got done.
I heard what you're saying, Denver, but they knew a week before that weather was
Sure.
going to be like that.
Sure, I agree with you. Look,
It's reserved for college except for the end of the year, Primo.
Yeah, I think that they should definitely be moved. Look, so here's an idea, and I know we would all hate this, but here's an idea. What if they made all the stadiums in warm cities
No.
open, and all the ones in cold cities more dome friendly for
Right.
fans?
And
Can
I
we do
believe
that?
that's what they should do.
Can we do
That's
that
what they
as a
should do.
fan base, or are we against that and we're gonna go, I hate
I'm
it?
not against it. I'm not against it.
Okay, I look at it. At two perspectives. All right, I look at it as the fan perspective. What we're just talking about. Take the elements out. You take cold weather. You take rain. You take snow. Okay, so as a fan, you get upset about that. But then you take it as I'm the owner of this team. I'm the owner of this team. I'm building I think the new Broncos Stadium is supposed to be 3.1, 3.5, something like that $1 billion. So I'm building this stadium. As an owner, I'm building this stadium. Do I only want this stadium open for possibly 9 to 12 weeks out of the year? No. I want to make my money in the revenue. So I put a dome over it so, again, I can have concerts. I can host a Super Bowl. I can, host college football, WrestleMania, all that. So as a fan, I look at it, and then as an owner, I look at it. And I can understand both perspectives. But we are starting to take aspects out of football that makes football football. Okay? We've got to agree with that. It's not just the weather. There are other things that we're taking out of football that makes football football.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, can I say this? Because last night, man, watching the game, watching the Niners and Bears, and all eyes. And I don't listen. I'm not a crybaby. It is what it is. But I am gonna say this. One thing, if you're talking about football, needs to get to a point where they're making calls consistently. The opening play, pick six, right? I am now, as a guy that played corner, I don't know what pass interference is anymore.
Brother, I haven't known what pass interference is for the past 4 years.
I don't know what pass, because I watched the guy get there early, bump a guy off his route, pause a pop-up, and then pick six. And I'm like, okay, cool, but you got to make that call. So these things, until the NFL can and the NFL has some internal things they need to fix.
Oh, D, we can go on for an hour about that. I mean,
They can't get the offensive pass interference and pick call right.
okay, but also you're going into you're going into a contract year, right?
Catch right.
Yep.
We're going into a contract year with the officials next year. This is the last year of the officials' contract. So they want to bargain for a new deal. And I think the number one thing that needs to be inked on that piece of paper, full-time officials.
Yes.
Full-time officials, where they have to go through. So, okay, this is how I would do it. After the Super Bowl, you get a month and a half off. We'll give you to the draft off. You have 2 months off. After that, you are in classes. You were going through film of every call that was played, every call that was made. Why was it made? Should have been made. What would you have done different? You were taking notes. You were studying. You were watching film. You're watching film of every game of calls that should have been made that weren't made, and stuff like that. And then on top of that, there has to be, I guess you could say, repercussions for officials.
Sure. Look, I think that's a great take. And look, the money revenue that the NFL gets in just general, we all know. Why are we having part-time refs? Why are we having part-time technology? We have the money to make the right calls. We have the money to have to pay these guys to be all year round and just golfed in what their job should be, which is repping a multi-billion-dollar sport. What are we doing here, NFL?
Exactly, 100%.
You know what we're doing. You know what
Everybody
we're doing.
knows.
What we're doing is we're trying to listen. We got to keep people intrigued. We just can't let the talent just run away, because if we just let the talent just run away with the game, then people turn it off, and you know that.
Correct.
That's one of the biggest things that they do, man. I'm sorry, like it's way before this. It's been going on for years that they've been doing this.
And you got to remember when it comes to money purposes, Like, ultimately, the wagering side of things, they're doing whatever it takes to prevent the shit. However, they're not in control of the other shit that's up and on the outside, because you can see what's happening right now with the NBA. They didn't create that shit. They were trying to regulate it to where that doesn't happen. They weren't the ones that ended up creating
What's up, Chester the Gamer?
Situation and all of that. They didn't create that. That was all done on the outside.
Okay, yeah, but see, when we go down that road, though, we're going, well, it's rigged because of wagering. But if I'm wrong on this statement, D, you can correct me. What I think D is talking about, and I agree 100% with D, is the consistency of officiating, not only on pass interference, illegal contact, defensive holding, what isn't a catch, what is and what isn't a hip drop tackle that hurt my guy, George Kittle.
A receiver running into a cornerback can't be a freaking illegal, whatever the pick screen.
Right, an illegal pick. So, am I right, D? That's what you're getting at. It's more of the consistency of we have no idea as fans what is and what isn't a call because this officiating crew call it, but this officiating crew won't.
How many, hey, on this panel, I know almost everybody tuned into last night's game. How many felt, and I felt this, and I, as a fan, and my team won, my favorite team won. But how many felt that was one of the most poorly officiated games that you have ever seen in your life? And you become so numb to it, you're just like, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna say either that game or the Texans and Chargers game.
Okay, can I say something though real quick about this though? I think that it's ridiculous though that they have the ability, because they're in New York, right? Armchair?
Yes, they're in an office in New York.
Calls and all this stuff, and they got like 90 monitors. I don't understand how they cannot see something happen on the field and not be able to change it within the next 3 minutes to correct it. It makes no sense to me. I don't care if people are like, they didn't call it when it happened. Come on, guys. Are we that dumb? We love football so much that if you see it, it should be called. And especially if it affects the game. I'm not talking about holding calls or, PI calls. I'm talking about, like, egregious, like, did he really commit a false start? Did he really commit a penalty that changes a drive and the totality of a scoring drive? So it affects the game. I don't understand why they can't go up in there and say, hey, Dean, I'm a human being. I'm watching 11 other men move really fast.
Like that bullshit false start call Denver had.
Absolutely.
It led to a scoring. Look, these are the littlest things that matter to me, and especially when we played the Jacksonville Jaguars, there was 2 calls, and I understand we lost the game. I don't care about that.
Then let's let him go.
No, let me go. Look, we lost the game. It doesn't matter. I'm not talking about the outcome. I'm talking about just getting the calls right, because it changes the outcome of a drive, guys. That's the point. Yeah. I'm not talking about, hey, if we got those calls, we would have beat the Jets. I'm telling you right now, clean up the football. Yes, clean up football and let the guys play for 60 minutes.
I'm going to tell you the one penalty that is absolutely getting on my freaking nerves.
What's up, Josh?
Is the roughing the passer where, because he landed on him with his full body weight.
And hey, that led to a scoring drive, Armchair.
I am getting sick and tired of that damn call.
It was a third down play. It was a third down play. Doesn't matter if we would have won the game or lost the game. We don't know. I'm just letting you know right now. It changes momentum. It changes scoring drives. It puts points on the other scoreboard for the other team, especially when it extends a drive, guys. You don't understand how hard it is to get off the field on third down versus the lead team.
And I think what happened Saturday against that Chargers game against CJ Stroud.
It happened in the Chargers and Texans game.
So
here's what I'm going to say about
was going 1 with his thumb, 2 with his thumb, then 3 with his index, and that was called foul start.
What? All videos? We didn't understand you.
They call
When
that
they called the
false
foul start on Powers for going with his finger movement.
Right, you're talking about the false start that was on the Broncos when it was actually offsides.
Well, here's what I'll say about the illegal contact part. Is because I was speaking with a former player about this. Here's the 50-50 on that. Yes, egregious with the way that it was, because
But it's
to
the
me,
right
if it
call.
was illegal contact on when they went after C.J. Stroud on 2 edge rushers, I would have been pissed. However,
Hey, so yeah, go keep.
he said that if the chances of the defender, if he locked his elbows in the position of what he was doing to defend, chances are he may get called. But that also doesn't take away of the atrocious miscall on the offensive side of an offensive pass interference because you shoved the guy down. That should have been an offset.
Well, yeah, because the rule is, according to the rule book, is if a wide receiver fully extends his arm and locks that elbow to push a defender off of him, that is offensive pass interference.
But we was talking about. I was talking about the roughing the passer call against C.J. Stroud. That's what we was talking about.
Well, that call was the same call that the Broncos got against Trevor Lawrence, right? Because he landed on him with his body weight. And here's my problem with that call. How the hell is a defender supposed to levitate himself to not land with full body weight?
Archer, real quick. Sorry to change it, but I got breaking news. Go ahead. Marcus Freeman's returning to Notre Dame. He's not coming to the NFL. So
well, we all knew that was going to happen.
Hey, armchair.
I'm listening.
They backed up the Brinks truck to keep Marcus Freeman. They backed it up.
Of course. Hey, Demetrius and armchair, y'all. Do you guys think the way? I mean, this is my theory. This is my opinion. The way that the officials been calling, you guys think that they trying to, like Vegas is trying to throw it off because everybody's getting popped with gambling and stuff like that. They need somebody to throw it off on. Dog.
I think so.
Because this is the worst we ever seen officiating, bro. Worst ever I ever seen.
Okay, let me take this one real quick. Let me take this one.
Take it.
I pray, and I mean this wholeheartedly, I pray that is not what's happening. For somebody who's loved, played, and studied this game for over 30 years, to find out that was happening, it will completely ruin and destroy your love and memories of this game.
Agreed.
But to be honest,
That's why I say, hold on, guys. But that's why I say they need a little man to throw it off on. So why not throw it off on the referees?
Because it will still do the same thing. It will still destroy the league.
Yes, and here's the thing. To piggyback off of that, did everyone see that one possession? This is before that egregious call happened in that Texans-Chargers game. Did everyone see that one referee when the Chargers were lined up?
Okay.
He sat right in the middle.
Are you talking about the guy with the green shirt that went like this?
Hey, why you bring that up? Don't bring that up.
I saw
No,
it,
because
dude.
the reason I brought that up is because he's standing there in the middle of the drive, and Herbert told him to get out of the way.
Just standing there.
I'm trying to play. I'm trying to make a play.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't do that for no reason.
Yeah. Hey, armchair, and I know what you was talking about too. You talking about that official that called the fucking false start before the play even started.
Okay, now let me clarify who that guy is. That guy on the sideline in the green shirt has a purpose. It was a 4th down play that the false start so happened to happen with the guy on the sideline doing that. He has a sole purpose to say that when he did this, that actually has a different meaning by that official in the green shirt than what it means for the guy in the striped shirt. The guy in the green shirt is talking with the NFL and the timekeepers. The timekeepers of the game, the play clock, the game clock, and all of that. So his signal of this means something completely different than our zebras going like this.
All right, hey, so with that being said, hey, so we already know we're gonna, no matter what, we're gonna complain about officiating, no matter what sport we watch.
No, they played really good, Darth Revan.
It just need, hey, Darth Revan, and answer you, Darth Revan. No, it's not Caleb Williams' fault. Both, neither one of those defenses played.
No, they didn't show up at all.
Defense was trash.
All right, but what were you gonna say, D, about the officials?
The officials are human beings. Listen, I officiate baseball here in Sacramento, and I can honestly tell you, there are times where I think I'm a great official, and there are times where I'm like, man,
baseball does that to you. Holy crap!
I blew it. I missed strikes. I missed outs, and it's just
how many times I deserve to be yelled at.
Because honestly it is, because as the game goes on, sometimes things get so lethargic that you lose it. You like your mind just, and that's the human aspect of it that I really I don't want to jump on the rest too, but when things are blatant, that's the stuff that needs to be fixed.
That's all.
Hey,
that's all.
Baseball is one of the hardest sports to officiate, but I do think the officials in every sport except hockey are good.
Yes, they are, Revan.
Hey, I think in general though, that's the whole point. What I was saying from the get-go, guys. You have the ability with all the money. We're already in the booth. We're in New York. We got all the things. They have the ability to make the call because we've seen it happen in game where they go to New York and they go, oh, okay, he's down right here, or you know what I mean? Oh, that was actually not a jack. Like we have the ability to clean things up in certain aspects, and we don't do it in huge plays.
Denver, you know what? And you're right. No, let me. I want to say 100% you're right. You know why they would never do that? Because then it takes credibility away from the guys that's on the field. It would mean that we will never ever respect their call.
Exactly.
We don't already though.
Yeah,
We're already
way worse. It'll be ignorant. It'll be ignorant.
D, and another.
Yes, if the Steelers lose, they're out.
A lot of these, like these reps getting paid top dollar, bro. They're getting paid a lot of money, and they're hand selected, man. Like, so I understand we're human, there's errors, but we hand selected the best, you know what I'm saying, to official this game. Like, it shouldn't be this many mishaps and mistakes, bro. And this is not just one game. This throughout the whole season, every game we've been seeing this, bro.
And that's what I've been trying to say all year long. This is what I've been trying to say all year long. Coaches are going to have to understand and now plan for what officiating crew. When we get into the playoffs, okay? So when we get into the playoffs, officiating crews are different. Okay? You're not going to have the same crew in the playoffs that you had in the regular season because they take the best officials through the regular season and build crews that way for the playoffs. So when you get into the playoffs, you are going to have to study who on this crew likes to throw false starts, holding, face mask, illegal contact, OPI, DPI. Coaches are going to have to start realizing that in their game plan, like this week, Sean Payton isn't going to have to be able to just sit in his room and game plan against the Los Angeles Chargers. He's going to have to sit there with the coordinators, with his offense and defensive coordinator, and go through the officials and go, okay, he likes to call this penalty, he likes to call that penalty, he lets this go, he lets that go. Coaches are now going to have to start doing that.
That's terrible.
I have a suggestion of the NFL bringing an idea called the blue flag. Or the green flag. And that will be a penalty challenge.
They tried that. They tried it for 1 year and it failed.
It ain't gonna do that. Like, again,
Hey, ARMCHAIR.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I have a question for the panel. So, who watched the Jags Colts game yesterday?
I watched a little bit of it.
I did.
Catch by Josh Downs. Was that a catch or not a catch? And then to add to that, why didn't they show the booth review?
They don't. Okay, let me take the second part. They don't show the booth review anymore. They have not showed the booth review for a couple years now. They always send us to a commercial. Every single time there is a
They
challenge,
don't show the booth review.
they send us to a commercial.
They show you the instant replay from the.
That's it. They will not show you what the booth sees.
They're not going to show you how they're analyzing what.
This isn't the UFL and this isn't college football. They're not going to show you.
Down before they let the play on. Like they show them at the little camera thing looking at it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, but if
He's
it's
saying the
called,
commentator booth. He's saying the commentator booth, I believe.
yeah, but if it's called like
they stopped
they
that
don't.
because of how everybody was like, there's no way we can see it and you didn't see it, and if they get the call wrong, which they do sometimes, then what do? We jump just like we're doing now. We jump on there and go.
So
hey,
Bryce,
there's no way. Yeah,
I watched that.
So was it a catch or not a catch?
No, Bryce. So
We-
I
here's the problem. Bryce, here's your problem. You just answered your own question. You literally answered your own question when you asked, was it a catch or was not a catch? Can you definitively tell me with some of the plays that have happened throughout the entire year, Travis Kelce and others,
Yes.
were they catches or not? Can we, as fans, legitimately say that was or was not a catch?
So since it was challenged by Liam Cohen and they showed the replay when it showed the backside of him, you could clearly see his foot was an inch off the ground and never touched.
So in these situations, you got to look at it like this too, is the way they look at it too, Bryce, is not the same way we look at it. Like
At all.
we're looking at it like when you're a fan, and I agree, like some calls will get us a little bit perturbed in different senses because we'll look at it and go, man, that wasn't a catch or that wasn't, look, they looked at it, dude.
I didn't watch that game,
so
Revan.
close. It was so close that it could have gone either way, Bryce, and I wouldn't have been mad. And that's what sucks about that play. So I get what you're saying, Bryce. I understand where you're coming from a fan
It was just a
standpoint.
fourth down conversion, so it's like
Right, but you're looking at it as a fan going, my team got screwed. You're not looking at it from the NFL perspective of it was called this on the field. I don't have definitive information, which I think is absolute bullcrap.
Once you're right, but that's a good way to do it, and I'm gonna tell you why. No, Armchair, just like what he just said. Does that suck from a fan point of view? Yes, it does. But absolutely, if it's that close, let's roll with it.
Yeah, that's what I was
If
saying.
it's
It's
that close
just-
that we can't make a definitive say
Yeah.
it's not or it is.
Let's
How
just
many-
go and say it's not.
How many times have we seen a goal line touchdown, D, where we go, I don't see any body. How do we know? And they're like, well, we called it a touchdown. You go, okay, I guess we're going with that.
Right,
And so,
but you
like,
don't
it's
know.
just, you don't know. That's what
We
I'm
don't
saying.
know. So it's a point of this. I understand it's something. Man, as a fan, it does suck because it's like your favorite team is playing. That's a momentum shifter sometimes, but it's like, and some of our bias kicks in on those plays too. You know it does. Some of our bias is going to kick in on that. So what the NFL does is they go, well, what was it? We can't make that determination. And if we can't make the determination, the call on the field stands.
Yeah, to be overturned, it's got to, like we said, the letter of the law
It's
in
gotta
the
be
NFL. It's got to be, it's got to be like, oh, yeah, he definitely did. And if
Was
you
it
go,
Dimitri?
did it get skipped, or did his foot maybe grind, or touch, or whatever, you know?
And see, that's the problem we have. And you got to remember, even though the NFL has stated that stadiums now have to put in 8 new 4K cameras or 12 new 4K cameras, they haven't, I think, until the end of the year to get them installed. So, again, you got to look at the problem I have with review is I'm sick and damn tired of every time there's a review. All right, we're going to commercial. No! Because how many times have we come back and they're like, oh, well, they said this. Well, how do we know? We didn't get to see it.
That's your problem right there. That's your problem right there. That's your biggest problem. You bad. Stop being bad.
Hey, D, I don't mean to shift it from the refs and get back. We don't have to. I just got a question for you, D, because
Go ahead.
I know you're a San Francisco
Me too.
49er fan. How do you feel about this Week 18 game going in without Trent Williams, maybe?
Oh man, look, it's gonna be what it is. I mean, listen, Trent Williams is not my biggest. It's not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is can that defense actually, like, after making what was frustrating for me last night is to watch the defense make good plays, get them on third down, and then leave that's what I'm more concerned about now. As I sit here today, Trent Williams is my favorite player on the offense, to be honest with you, because he's so consistent. I love consistency in football. So he's so consistent at what he does. And so I love him for that. But at the end of the day, he's like the last thing that I'm worried about. You know what I mean? Like, and that sounds like Trent gonna be there in the playoffs, and I'm cool with that. But man, I want us to do something to make interception machine Darnold uncomfortable. And if we can do that, we can win that game hands down, because I'm not afraid of their defense.
I got another question too, D. And it's a little concern too, bro. How in the hell did Brock Purdy know that dude was behind him and was about to
yeah, because he caught a glimpse out of his side.
Did somebody tell him something in the
That's called pocket presence.
No. That mic gets shut off. Darth Revan has a question for D.
The Dio, do you think Cam Ward played bad against the Saints?
No,
I gotta. Hold on, let him finish.
I thought, listen, honestly, after watching the replay and everything that I watched, I thought Cam Ward is starting to show promise that he is actually worthy of that number one pick. I thought he seemed to feel well. I thought that he he made some mistakes, but he's a rookie. He's supposed to make those mistakes. But I thought he played great.
loss their fault?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the
I'm
defense's fault.
tell you what. I think the Saints might have their quarterback.
Tyler Shuck.
I do too. I like Shuck.
I do too.
But Shuck is old.
I
You
know.
guys know
Hey,
Shuck's like
can I say
26,
something?
27 years old.
What's up?
Yeah, so you just gotta develop him for a first contract run, and that's it, bro.
Yeah.
That's it. So look, he's 26. The age, look, we get hyped up into the future of the quarterback, but if you got a good guy that can play 5-6 years, let's just build around that. See what you got.
Ride him out.
Hey, I really wanted to see how the Browns would look if Shadur would have started in week 3 or 4, bro.
That is a very interesting take.
It would have been better.
That would have been a lot better because you would have had all that
I
time.
think they would have been in the playoffs.
Now, I wouldn't go that far. Because there's still a lot of problems on that team, but they would have had a better record.
The division's so bad, they might have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That division's so bad, they're going to be what?
What do we think of the Drake May? How he blew up the Jets?
Everybody blows up.
Everybody blows out the Jets now that they traded every single person away.
Lawrence had a game that literally has never been done in the NFL against the Jets. And then a week later, Drake May goes for 5 tugs. What are we talking about here?
I mean, the Jets literally traded their entire defense away.
How about the rest of the day?
This is what, and when you get towards the end of the year, guys, when you get towards the end of the year with bad teams, they tend to check out.
Bruh, Brock Purdy just went for 5 touchdowns on the Bears.
Nobody talking about that. We talking about Drake May. This is crazy.
Exactly.
Kudos to Kevin Stefanski. I don't know how he has the Browns playing kind of hard like this because all the hate.
I ain't giving Kevin Stefanski nothing.
Neither am I.
Bounce him out. He's gone.
Hey.
Please.
I got a bone to pick with Demetrius. Juwan Jennings screwed me last night in fantasy.
Why?
What does that
I was
have to do with
12 points
Demetrius?
away.
You don't call
I'm
the
in the
plays.
championship game right now. I'm on the verge of winning $3,500 here.
Hey, D.
And there ain't a damn thing we can do about it. Now you see why I don't play fantasy.
D. Juwan Jennings. Hey, call it Christian McCaffrey, D. I'm sick of him.
Hey, D. Hey, D.
You got a bone to pick with my beard. What's that, brother?
That boy said he gonna be mad at you.
What's your bone to pick with me about my beard?
That shit was
You
funny.
ain't Juwan Jennings.
Demetrius, the quarterback yesterday. You was the quarterback yesterday.
I was calling plays. I called plays last time.
I know, right? I mean, seriously. This is the problem I have with fantasy. That right there. Oh, I'm mad because of this. Well, guess what? This game, maybe Jawan Jennings wasn't supposed to be the target. I mean, it's the same thing. It was the same thing that I heard about Derrick Henry. Well, this was the game I didn't play. Well, whose freaking fault is that? You should have known not having, having to go in there with Snoop Hundley. They were going to run the damn ball.
I still think the Seahawks shitting out the Panthers was a big game.
Did you see Sam Darnold play?
All I know is that I got my Christmas wish. I got my Christmas wish. And that is for the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers with the NFC West title on the line, Saturday Night Football with D and Hunter. I got my Christmas wish.
Well, we got three games, Armchair, that are deciding division games.
Oh no! This one's just it was my wish.
The one seed.
No, it's because it's D and my son-in-law.
I got you. And one thing I'll tell you about, this about the Seattle Seahawks real quick. I'll tell you this: that team, if they can play around, if Sam Darnold and he does not turn it over and play just competent football, their ceiling and the floor is Super Bowl champions. I'm telling you that now. But if they have Sam Darnold do anything that he's been doing in recent weeks, they're a first-round exit.
Hey, Armchair.
Yes.
The last time the Broncos won the AFC division, I was in high school. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, it was 2015.
10 years ago.
I was 30 years old.
I graduated high school in 2016.
Yeah. That's 10 years ago. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
So is nobody gonna talk about how bad Philly offense looked in that second half of their game?
Oh my word, they looked absolutely horrible.
Hey. Why do we keep talking about it when we already know?
Yeah, Josh, tell him.
No, Josh, I'm saying this because Buffalo should have kicked that field goal because they only had 17 yards of offense in the second half.
Hey, let me say this though, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this. Josh Allen looked like crap yesterday.
He was banged up.
He did, but I'm just saying.
That shit from Cleveland.
Yeah, it's
When
his
you-
cat.
He retweeted that ankle again.
Yeah, and then on top of it, guys, you got to look at it like this too. It's week 17. You know what I mean? The win or loss doesn't affect each team as far as playoffs.
Yeah, it
You
did.
want to play an extra quarter of football?
Oh, no. You're absolutely wrong there. You are absolutely 100% wrong. If the Bills would have won, they still had a chance to win the division.
Sure, I get that, but like what I'm trying to say is, do you want to go into that with a banged up quarterback, Armchair, and you want to play an extra quarter of football when you have a chance just to? That's why they went for it. That's my only take on that. It was if they really wanted to tie and win that game, Armchair,
Hey, yeah, I get
you
what you're
kick the
saying.
extra
I
point.
get that.
And so they went into it and they
sense.
said, let's win the game. Let's get out of here. I don't want to go fight another quarter versus another physical team and bang up my quarterback even more heading into the playoffs.
So, okay, all right, hold up. Are we going to take that same mentality with Herbert, though? If Harbaugh does play Herbert or does not play Herbert in Week 18?
I think James Cook was banged up too because they were not using him.
Yeah,
I have yet to hear if Herbert is or not playing.
Flies in that game, Armchair.
Yeah,
In the second
15,
half,
Ty Johnson,
they had
15
three guys
dudes.
on the offensive line go out and then come back into the game. James Cook was definitely not a full-scale James Cook in the second half. R. Davis got hurt, banged up in that game. You had two defensive guys leave in the second half. I'm telling you, man, it really did affect that play call where they go.
Oh, I know all of that. I do. So, okay, but how do we take it though going into Week 18? How are we going to take this?
Herbert's not playing against.
If you're John Harbaugh, look, if you're Jim Harbaugh, and you've already secured your seat in the dance, and you have a banged up quarterback, do you rest him or play him?
The way their season's been, they had banged up all year.
Okay, so all right. I like that take. Now, we said that Josh Allen got re-injured, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Do we take that same mentality with the Bills this weekend of do we play Josh Allen against
I would play him.
against the Jets?
Why would you play him and immediately?
Yeah, the reason why
Josh Allen not playing.
because he is he's that team Superman, bro. You have to let him heal the weeks that he can, because on an ankle sprain, that's really
Yeah, an ankle sprain is bad.
You know.
And
It's really
it's
fair
especially his game. He wants to. He
Super
needs
out,
to
but
run.
And to be fair, against the Broncos and the Chargers, like you asked, Herbert has been sacked more than any quarterback in the last 5 games.
Oh yeah, he's been beat
So what are
up.
we talking about? He should definitely be sitting versus a team that's going to be feasting to get hot again on the defensive line.
All right, D, I want your opinion on this real quick. Hold on. I need D's opinion because I just thought about this. So, we all think that Herbert shouldn't play because of the injury, which I agree. You all know I love Justin Herbert. So that means Trey Lance is going to play, right? That's their backup quarterback. But we know on the flip side that if Denver wins this game, they have the number 1 seed. So does that mean we play Bo Nix and our starters?
Yes.
First half, yes. But I to be real with you,
So we get a comfortable lead.
I think we have the secondary quarterback to go in and still win this game.
Jared Stidham can outduel Trey Lance, guys. Stidham is actually
That's what I'm saying.
actual starts in the NFL.
But
Trey
you
Lance
gotta
has
think
not
about
started a
this.
game in
Are we sitting Bo Nix for 2 straight weeks? No, I don't know that.
No, I didn't say sit Bo Nix.
I'm more worried about the other guys that have soft tissue injuries. Those guys I want to heal up. Oh, Nix, I'm not worried about.
Now somebody said Jared Stidham. That's why I bring up Bo Nix. But like, no, I will at least play them a half and see what's going on and how the flow of the game going.
Sit them out. Sit them a half. Let them secondary rookies get in and get their feet wet before the playoffs. Yeah.
Yep, I agree. And to be honest, guys, look, yeah, I definitely want the 1 seed, and I don't want to go to the 3 seed if the Jags win. So like it means a lot that we win this game, guys. And
It absolutely
I said it
does.
before, and I said it 2 weeks ago. Josh has heard me say this. I don't really give a shit about the Jags game. I want to win the Chargers game. It means so much more going into the playoffs, beating a divisional opponent, and securing your chance to have an off week to not even play in the wild card round. Ooh. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah. And I think Hufunga time will be limited because he got hurt at the end of this last game, bro. That KC game. He was hurt.
Okay, so here's another question.
Can you play? And he was like, no.
What about Drake May? What are the Patriots going to do with the Dolphins and Drake May? Are they going to play him the whole game?
Drake May down.
Sit him?
I don't know. I think they probably play him because they probably want to try and win that game. As long as they get a healthy lead, they'll sit him. Until then, I think he plays maybe a half or something because they definitely want that 1 seed.
May I take people back to the game of the Indianapolis Colts versus the then Oakland Raiders with the Derek Carr.
Oh yeah,
not have been in the game. And
oh yeah,
broke his leg.
Yep.
16 broke his leg.
Yep.
And that's always a fear, you know what I mean, and going into these games. But like I said, if you're already punched your ticket, and the seeding really doesn't matter much, like the Chargers, why are you risking an already hurt Herbert?
The Raiders play Connor Cook that game.
I want that home field all the way through.
And I'm going to tell you this. If I'm a Ravens fan, I want Snoop Huntley to play this game.
Yeah.
If I am a Ravens fan, I want Snoop to play this game.
ARMCHAIR, the game flow, look, when Snoop's in the football game, the game flow, and it's like it's called, that's how they should call games when Lamar Jackson's in the game.
Yeah, but Jackson's been hurt all year long.
Yeah, no, what I'm trying to say, ARMCHAIR, is the game flow. The fact that the offense runs through Derrick Henry, and when you can do that with a Lamar Jackson, I don't care if Lamar Jackson's 60%.
And they can win
if you're just handing the ball off and running play action, and he only throws it, 12 to 17 times a game? Like, come on, what are we talking about here? That is a highly efficient offense when Derrick Henry is running the ball.
So this game in Pittsburgh, this game in Pittsburgh, already they're saying it's going to be 28 degrees and snowing.
And they have no DK.
And they're atrocious without him.
Without DK, they have no ability for big play wide receiver plays. And you throw that in there. Yeah, you throw that in there, dude. And I'm taking Baltimore times 10 because of the way that the game should be played. Grind it out, defense. And Aaron Rodgers, I'm telling you right now, when he does not have anybody to throw the football to, he is mid and he is old, and it shows.
Which shows that last drive. Why would they go 3 times
to the same guy? On fourth down, he had his running back wide open to the left. He had him wide open.
Look, if you look at the numbers, without DK yesterday, look, he was, I believe, hovering over 50% completion rate, percentage.
I'll look at it.
Touchdowns, and I believe he had like 1 interception. And I'm telling you, it was terrible.
They were so concerned about Miles getting that sack record. And I mean,
can I ask a question? Is Chris Collinsworth and Patrick Mahomes having an affair?
I think so.
Did you notice Chris Collinsworth stopped himself when he brought up Patty? He kind of like, once he brought him up, he's like, ah.
All right, so Aaron Rodgers was 21 of 39, 168 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 2 sacks, he had a rating of 64.9%.
Is that my boy Pools?
That's Pool.
And a gallon of tears because all he did
And
was cry.
And the Browns dropped like 2 interceptions.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
That Christmas football was the worst I've seen in a while. Yo. That was the worst football I watched.
Injuries played a part into that. It sucked.
But that was supposed to be good games.
Nice game made up for Thursday. I'm sorry.
Because that Denver game versus Kansas City would have been popcorn if Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, hold on. I've got to defend my team here real quick. Everybody wants to say the Broncos did bad against a third-string quarterback, right? But this is not what they're saying.
Still play their defense.
This is what they're not saying. We did not have Dre Greenlaw. We didn't. We didn't have another one of our safeties. Hold on, I'm not done. We didn't have one of our safeties. Our star wide receiver, Pat Bryant, was not in this game. Our good tight end, Atkins, was not in this game. We still have not had J.K. Dobbins back. So everybody wants to say, oh, the Broncos, they didn't do anything because they played a third-string quarterback. The damn Chiefs still played everybody.
Hey, listen.
Starting receiver.
Dimitri, hold on. Let me say this. Name me one secondary or third string quarterback that got in this year and didn't look good.
Exactly.
Well, I think you can say like Josh is like this. It's not about looking good. It's not about looking good. It's about the team. It's about the team looking good.
What game did y'all watch? Because that Oladokin dude did not look good. He only had like 60 yards.
Okie dude.
No, I don't understand why people look. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't understand. Look, what Josh is trying to say, and I can piggyback off it a little, is look, there was third string quarterbacks that played, second string quarterbacks that played all season. When the team when they get in, the team plays way better than we thought they would around him, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say like this guy was like, 3 for 200 and won the game. I'm just saying, like, look at Max Brosmer with the Vikings. Like, obviously Max Brosmer was not the reason why they won that game. Vikings.
You ready? I'm about to clear it up. There's no way that Denver went into that game taking Kansas City serious at all.
At all. I think the game plan was to go in there, milk as much clock as we can, and get the fuck out.
And that's exactly what they did.
That's what we did. If we score 2 touchdowns instead of field goals, it's a blowout.
And on top of that, if we did not have our supposed number 1 wide receiver, Cortland Sutton, have 4 freaking drops in this game.
Yeah, it should have been. Look, Armchair. Like I said, if we score touchdowns like we're supposed to, instead of kick field goals, it's 28-10 or 28-13. It's a blowout, and we have dominated time of possession, and nobody says anything. Cortland Sutton drops a wide open touchdown.
He dropped 2 touchdowns. 2.
And you get inefficiency. I'm just letting you know that like everybody looks at that score and they go, "Oh man, you guys struggled with a third string." And I know we didn't. We dominated time of possession. We dominated the total yards. We dominated first downs. We dominated the game. The score just was like that because we were inefficient in the red zone. And that happens when you kick 2 field goals against a Steve Spagnuolo defense that wasn't giving up anything and you have drops. It just happens. That's football. No excuse. It's football.
They had their whole starting defense. Y'all acting like our offense wasn't playing their defense.
No, they didn't have their whole starting defense. I'm not gonna say that.
They didn't.
There was only what, 2 people that was out?
Look, the guys look. And D. This is the thing that I hate too, is people always assume that just because you take out a guy, that the other guy is just so trash that they can't do it. The guys that played in that game versus Denver, D, they played outside of their ability because Noah Williams was making plays like a starter.
Yeah,
I don't like it when people act like other guys.
Let me piggyback.
Well, I'll let you. Just let me finish real quick. Let me tell you this real quick, and I'll end it. A lot of guys think that just because you put a backup, play is just going to slide off. What happens when a backup comes in, D, and you don't lose anything? That's what the fucking Chiefs did when they played us. They had so much energy, and they wanted to beat us. Defensively, they wanted to do that. And that's why I saw a team that was a little bit more effective without 2 starting cornerbacks. Everybody else played on that starting defense.
And I'll say this: the one thing that this does bring out, and it's on every team. Some coaches just have a hard on for players, right? They don't play them for whatever reason. They just they don't like them. They don't mesh well with them personality wise. And those players don't get on the field. And then when they do get on the field, they make coaches look stupid. They make coaches look stupid. And I listen.
Thanks, man.
I'm just saying this. Look, I agree. Like I'm being funny. A lot of stuff that I'm saying today, like when you guys are talking, I'm being funny. But let's not forget, this is the NFL. All of these guys are professionals. All of them. They're going to make a play to keep somewhere on that field. Believe that.
Yeah, and so Noah Williams did not make the play. Well, he doesn't play in the NFL this season because he's a rookie, and they like Jalen Watson and Trey McDuffie. Doesn't mean that he doesn't have any talent. And when he got in the game, when I was watching, I was like, who's this guy? Number 20? But 6'1", 220. He's out there lighting rules up and playing cornerback like he's a starter. And that's what I was saying. Like, just because a guy isn't on the starting roster.
Yeah, Ronnie B, that sounds about right.
The ability to show up and have a big night. And that's what I saw from the Kansas City.
And Williams, where he put on tape, if he do that shit again as well, he was a Trey McDuffie. Trey McDuffie might be up out of there. Trey McDuffie might be on his way out.
Either he's going to be on his way out, or he might get another job somewhere else. That's just like the quarterback of the Packers. Man, I guarantee somebody going to be calling him next year.
Yeah, no,
if the Packers don't sign him.
You know, D, and one thing is I think that defensive coordinators, when they play against certain offenses inside the division, there's just a little bit more intricacies of how they know how to, stop an offense. They were playing our offense almost to a T, to where they were giving up nothing long and everything underneath. And to be honest, it's a division game, and on top of it, we weren't running the ball as effectively as we had.
Okay.
I thought. So it slows the game down.
Let me ask y'all this question. What did y'all think about Bo Nix rolling out of the pocket a lot in that game?
I love it. He was the second leading rusher for the team.
When he creates with his legs and he's actually like having a play to go to, he is an amazing outside of creative thrower of the football. And he's not this inaccurate quarterback where we see Caleb Williams where he's throwing all these ropes and darts on the sideline. This guy has a little bit of touch.
Caleb Williams
he
is
can
out there
find a little bit.
Wide open receivers.
That's what I'm saying, because he throws rocket balls on the run.
Yeah, but when he on the money, that boy is on the money.
I mean, look at this. Cortland Sutton was targeted.
I agree.
Cortland Sutton was targeted 10 times and only caught 4 passes.
He dropped 3.
He dropped 4.
Okay,
yeah, 4 drops.
That's what I'm saying.
RJ Harvey ran. This is what hurt the Broncos. R.J. Harvey ran 14 times for 43 yards.
Yeah.
Jake McLaughlin ran 7 times for 40 yards. Bo Nix had 9 carries for 42 yards.
But that's what you need when you can't depend on a running game, because that still totals 100.
Yeah, but what did R.J. Harvey have in the passing game?
He's the joke.
R.J. Harvey had 5 receptions for 33 yards.
Yeah, and the fact that he had a touchdown catch.
Yeah, so it wasn't R.J. Harvey's fault
Hey,
that the offense was looking like that.
We lost our starting center, and I know a lot of people are like, it's not a big deal.
Oh, no, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
That is a very big deal.
Especially in the run game. It's a big deal in the run game.
Carl, right. A lot of people are always questioning what's going on the offense, what's going on. I think it's obvious, bro. I really like, you see us get the spark at the end of the fourth quarter. You see the spark come out, right? So I think it's the tempo was throwing us off. Slow tempo in the first quarter. I think that's Denver's biggest problem on offense.
And we know who that was the reason why. I mean, did you see how mad Bo Nix was getting at Sean Payton for the delays of getting the play call in?
It's a theme
That's
this year.
literally every week.
It's a theme this year. Look, it's because Sean Payton. Have you seen his play calls?
Yes, I have.
X right, 52 jam, 26 slot, XY. Take me to dinner. I'll call your kid, and then let's have a. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I actually have a Sean Payton play on my phone for just a simple A-gap run. There is 52 words in that play for a simple quarterback run through the A-gap.
And just imagine if you don't get the frequency right in your helmet.
You guys know why, though.
Yes, D, I do.
Why?
Because half of those words don't mean anything.
No, not that. That's not it. That's wrong. All of those words mean something. It's actually 3 plays in the one call.
Yes, I get that, Steve.
3
What I'm
plays
saying
in
is,
one call. So what it is when he gets to the line, they're actually telling him a read.
Right. Okay, D, brother, you and I are right there and I love you for it. But if I'm giving my quarterback 3 plays and he gets to the line of scrimmage with 6 seconds left,
how the hell is
he ain't going to be able to do shit.
Hey, I agree with you on that.
He ain't going to be able to do shit.
This man, you break it down. Hey, no, it's like,
Why don't y'all just give him a wristband with numbers next to the play?
He does. Armchair. He wears a wristband. He does wear a wristband. Hey, Armchair, it's like this. It's like we've all seen Top Chef or something like that. It's like 3, 2, 1, and they're like wiping the plate and all that. That's what Bo Nix.
That's what it is.
He's like, man, I think I missed the salt and pepper.
It's not the point of the length of the play call. It's not the point of he's giving him 3 calls. That's not what he's getting pissed off about, and I've been getting pissed off about it. It's the point that when he finally gets the play, calls the play, he gets to the line with 7 seconds left. Yeah. That is on the head coach.
Have you noticed the same thing happening with Trevor Lawrence too? He's getting the snap off like right before the 0.
No, but Liam Cohen is doing that because Liam Cohen likes to suck all of the clock out of the game.
That's a trick, yeah.
It may come back to bite him one day, but that's why he likes doing it.
Man, all I'm saying is, I believe that if the Broncos have a faster tempo in that first quarter, which will wake Bo Nix up like early, I think the Broncos would have been one of the deadliest teams.
Are you going up on 10? Okay.
Yeah, no,
like,
Josh.
What's up, dude?
I think it goes down to this too, guys. Is like, and I've been saying it for a while now. A lot of people don't really like to hear it, but this is why we're 1 or 2 years out, guys. Is because Bo Nix is still developing. He's still learning how to read defenses in the NFL. I know people are like, well, he's in year 2. This is a year 2 where people got tape on him now and have been able to show him things he doesn't like and hasn't been successful in his rookie season. So year 3 is the jump that I want to see as far as like being able to get to the line of scrimmage, get into checks, get us out into a good play and stuff like that.
I know, Jordan.
And on top of it, we still have to build around this kid.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Denver Dog. we're projected to have 70-80 million dollars in cap space next year. And absolutely, I said going into this year, and I said it all year, the weakest area on the Broncos is our wide receiver core. It is.
Yeah.
That is the weakest area on our offense.
Too many drops.
It's not. It's the drops. It's the inconsistency. Again, and I was tweeting this out during the game. Imagine if Bo Nix had competent wide receivers that he knew no matter where he put that ball, they were coming down with it. Imagine that. You don't have to worry about that, with other quarterbacks. Bo Nix has to worry about that. Look at Purdy last night. Purdy was putting the ball everywhere, and his receivers were coming down with it.
Yeah.
Bo Nix does not have that.
And I agree. So you can see, and if we all watch the games in totality, you look at Bo Nix. He'll put the ball on the money, and the guys will drop it, and he literally will look and just have that face where he's like, he cringes a little, and then he's like, okay, here we go, back to the next.
Right. It's the point of what the hell is he supposed to do? He can't throw the ball and go catch the damn thing.
And then on top of it, you got to look at it like this. The fact that we lack playmaking ability on the outside. We don't have one wide receiver other than Courtland Sutton that can make a 50-50 catch. And we do not have another wide receiver that, if you put him in space, throw him the ball, he can make something into nothing into something. We don't have that ability. When we can start getting guys like that on this offense around Bo Nix, you will see him excel. Because D can tell you this, Brock Purdy, he has made his bones off of Yak. The guys that he puts the ball in a spot, and the guys go make plays, and Brock looks amazing when he does it.
Exactly.
He can't make the throws. I'm saying D knows exactly what I'm saying. Is when you get the ball in a playmaker's hand, and he goes and scores a touchdown, your quarterback looks great.
But you know who I watched do that in my lifetime? You know who I watched do that? I watched Joe Montana do it. I watched Steve Young do it. I watched Dan Marino do it. I watched John Elway do it. I watched all of the greats.
Wide receiver.
In their athletes' hands and say, hey, go get the money.
So the defining factor in that team is guys that go and make the plays for the quarterback. Right. We don't have that team.
It's also two-sided too, Denver, dog, because the Bo Nix also have to throw some of these guys open too.
I don't know yet, Jordan.
You don't get that much time. The windows are short. The windows are small. So you got to throw some of these guys open if you know they can't get open.
No, I agree. Look, he's in his second year, and he's not perfect at all. I agree. Yeah.
What I've noticed from Bo Nix, he's really the only person that he trusts on the field is Troy Franklin, because I noticed he throws to him a lot.
Because he had him in college.
Not quite.
I'm in Cortland's side.
Yeah.
Him and Cortland's side. I agree that if it's in a 50-50, gotta have it, he'll go to Sutton.
But if it's like a wide open field situation,
he'll go to Franklin.
Look at the problems we had with little Jordan Humphreys in this game. Right down there in the red zone on the first drive, Humphreys ran the wrong route. And he's like, yeah, that's on me. And we had to settle for a field goal.
And he's wide open.
And he ran the wrong route.
We could score, and we settled for 3. That's what I'm saying.
What a weird name. Ain't nothing little about him either.
So these are things we are absolutely going to have to clear up. But guys, I'm going to call it. I don't know if you guys saw my video from yesterday, but I will be on live later tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern on a Kansas City Chiefs and Los Angeles Chargers podcast tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. I have been invited to go on Warrior Chant Kingdoms podcast with a Superchargers fan, K Couch 1234. So if y'all are on later tonight, I will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern with, again, a diehard Chiefs fan and a diehard Chargers fan. We will be talking about Week 18. We will be talking about playoffs. And we will be talking about going into 2026.
I'm going to go live today to see if that Chicago Bears fan that came after me like that.
There you go. I love you too, mamas.
That's what I was going to try to say.
At what time?
Someone
Someone
needs to send out a search warrant for information.
In about 2 hours.
All right. I'll get on.
So I would love. So this is the plan. We are going to go on for an hour. We're going to go on for an hour, and then we're going to start bringing people up.
That's all good.
So,
hey, y'all.
thanks, Tux.
Hold on, because 2 hours, please tune in, because I had a Chicago Bear fan 2 weeks ago when the Niners were playing, before the Niners played the Colts, called me all out my name, said he was going to come on and he's going to.
I will be there, D.
He's going to hold true to his word. I want to see. So,
all right, D. I will be there. You said in 2 hours?
In 2 hours.
All right. So that's what? That's 3 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock Eastern.
All right. So everybody, make sure we go watch D's live at 3 o'clock Eastern, and hopefully that Bears fan will come on and D can give him the business.
He's getting to work today.
There we go.
Anyone know his name? Invite him.
Yeah, inviting. But again, I will be on again at 7 o'clock Eastern. 7 o'clock Eastern to watch or to be on with the Chargers and Chiefs fans. So I hope to see you guys there. Thank you guys so much for coming on and hanging out with me. Thank you all for the love and support that you've given me and my family. You guys are absolutely awesome. I hope to see you guys later tonight. Go Broncos. And remember, guys, if it wasn't for you, this channel wouldn't be anywhere. I love you guys. My family loves you guys.
Before you go, Armchair.
What?
What do you agree what Shannon Sharp said in that video I sent you the other day?
I don't even... About what? I can't remember.
He said the last couple weeks of the Broncos football, he said, we're looking like we're going to get bounced out in the first place.
That's Shannon Sharp. No. I'd rather listen to other people.
Yeah.
But I love you guys. I hope to catch you guys on here later tonight. Have fun. Have a safe day. Peace.
Peace.